G'day everybody, this is Nick Davis for Alt World Tube, and I'm bringing you a very special Legoville update. We are going to be looking at my modified Lego Creator Set 131097 Townhouse, Pet Shop and Calf Creator Kit. So I look forward to seeing you all after the jump as I walk you through my modification. See you there, bye bye. Now, before I get started, I'm going to show you a quick picture of what this was before we added all this stuff to it. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. So, unfortunately, I stupidly forgot to take a picture of it before I started basically building the new pieces on here. So, here is a quick insert. Now, as you can see, the set number 31097 Townhouse, Pet Shop and Calf actually was pretty impressive before I actually got ahead to do my modifications here. It's actually a very nice kit. It's like 900 plus pieces, but I wanted it to be a fully 3D actualized model. So I basically went ahead and basically picked up a second 31097 kit, so I could basically fill out the blanks, and also added the brand new Townhouse Toystore set number 31105, another creator set to basically fill out the town. Well, I should say town, I mean townhouse, and this little city block going here. So I'm going to do a quick rotation so you can take a little look at it, and then we're going to pull it apart so you can take a look at the modulars. So this is a combination of the Toystore kit and the Townhouse, Pet Shop and Calf kit all put together, all added, no extra pieces. Just everything is from both kits. Probably a collection of minifigs, but if you follow many of my modular builds on the Facebook channel, facebook.com/Legoville Town, you'll know I add minifigs to it as we go. I'm just going to keep rotating around. I can probably do this a bit quicker, but I want to make sure you guys can basically build in, see all the angles before I start breaking this down into modules. I'm going to bring it all the way around here. This is, I got a little bit of cat header. This is basically, this piece here is the Toystore. Looks really neat, I reckon. Let's get see if we can get some better light on it. Oh man, I'm suffering from really bad light issues here today. But when I got this, I knew I had to basically finish off my townhome mob. This has basically been on my mind to do if you've been following my Legoville updates since I actually got this kit way back in, well, will be what, middle of last year. So here we go, good. There's a nice quick rotation and everything so you can basically see everything there. And we can see we can move our light more to the top so we've got less of a deep shadow. There we go. Now, I'm sure you want to know how basically it looks like when I break down the modulars, but one thing before we go any further is this. So we can bring it into focus here. This is all the bits that came from the second townhome and Pet Shop set that I got. A cornucopia of windows, boards, and some little tiny bits and pieces here and there as well. A lot of the bricks though went straight into rebuilding the modular here and making it more of an actualized piece. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to basically take a look at the modulars, and we're going to basically, I'm going to not really talk you through it, but really kind of show you what I did. It's always fun to basically actualize these things into 3D, and I think I've done a pretty good job of it. So here we go, and we are back. Slightly different camera angle here. It's going to be a bit weird because I have to hold the camera at a certain angle to get this done. So I've already pre-loosened the modules. I pushed them on pretty tight because I had no plans of really taking it apart once it was down in the city. So it's all loosened up now, so we should look into each section very simply. Now this is basically based off the creator sets, and what I did is basically mashed the two sets together to basically create more of a actualized 3D modular building like we see with the actual expert modulars. This is actually a really nice way of making it a very unique building. I really do like this set, and I think what I've done here is actually given it a little extra boost into basically making it look really cool. Now it's a modular, so everything comes off. So there goes the roof. This is basically doubled up on the boards with a little click point on there. If you actually got this set, you know that this piece here is the drain pipe, which locks it all together. But I've had to de-lock it, so basically we can see what's going on. See if I can look inside. It's basically the bed piece, added a chair, the floor is from tiles. This is one of the few pieces I took from my bit section of some tiles I actually had, and I've added the end piece there. It's one of the builds that actually is in this set. Let's see if I can turn the light upside down so you can see a bit more of it. I don't like the light too much because basically it casts some really horrible shadows. But as you can see, it's basically the basic sideboard unit, and on the sides here, let's get the light upside down again. You can. These are these sliding blinds, which I actually really liked. Really did like out of the model. I mean, we've elongated the balcony here, and this all comes off obviously in one piece here. It's all fastened together, boards underneath and the sides, and rebuilt. Into the second section here. This is the second part of the townhome. We've got the gamer playing gaming stuff. Let's just see if I can turn this around again so you can get more light in there. There we go. Oh, that is bright. So the gamer's on the TV here. I actually have a specific minifig that lives here. He's my Porsche driver. His vehicle has not been built to put in here yet, but that's where he's going. Added some interesting bits and pieces, teddy bears from like extra pieces here. Green Lantern from one of the many Green Lanterns I've seen they've picked up during my DC stuff. Minifig stuff, and we've got the nice little sofa set going on there with the gamer figure from the minifig set. Also over here we've added, if you can see it, I'm going to point at it if we can. There's my finger coming in. Ooh, it's way off target. I put the aquarium in from well, one for a better word and I can't find it right now, from the pet store. There we go, found it. So that's the second level there. It's basically, it's another box added to the box here, held together with these plates at the top here and plates there. They didn't connect too easily because even though you get a lot of bricks, you don't get a lot of bricks you can really connect with. There's lots of 3s and 4s and not many 2s and 1s. But I really like this light yellow stuff, and it came together quite nicely there. And we've got a nice little townhome coming on here. So I'm going to take this piece off here now so you can see what's going on underneath. We'll put that over to that side there. Okay, we're getting down to the meat and potatoes of this. Before we get there, though, we're going to quickly look at the townhome here. Well, no, we'll come back to that in a second. So we're now looking down into the calf. This was the trickiest part of the build because these didn't really connect too much, and I had to figure out how much of the pet store, this being the pet store, I wanted to treat into the calf. But I also wanted a cooking area for the calf so it actually looked like a cafe. There we go. I'm going to take this around, and I'm going to have to take the piece off here, but this is all modular, so we're going to just pop this off here so we can have a better look at what's going on. I'm running out of flat space in this, so here we go, put it there. There, that makes things nice and even for us all. So, we're looking inside the calf here. Looks pretty nice. I actually got some food pieces that come with it. All the food pieces in here actually came with the middle here. That minifig there is the section here, and that's one of my many chef minifigs I seem to have, but has the face from this minifig. So we just swapped over the minifig faces here, and of course the baguettes from the many pieces of baguette I've picked up. Need a place to cook off, so this is the kitchen range which you saw here, built exactly the same way because it's actually a really nice appliance piece. So that piece is exactly the same as that piece, so it actually looks like the cook actually going to cook off. We have a bigger bar here so people can sit around, and there's one of my other minifigs sitting there having a nice snack. A little bit of improvising here of the bricks, as you can see. Blocks changed around a little bit, and we've got a little bit of a change of colour here, but I think the best term is by Dr. McBricks is you've got some older pieces and they're kind of out of sight most of the time. It's not going to look too bad. In this case it did not. Down here is obviously the you can see inside the toy store, which I'm actually going to call the model store. In this case it's going to be a model store. I want to change the minifig out because she's got a Lego imprint in the back of her shirt, and I think it would be best served in my Lego store. I might actually pull the guy from the Lego store into here. Gonna take this all the way around. Pet store's a little smaller, but I felt it's more like one of those small specialised pet stores. So he's more of a bird guy. He's got the fish tank down here, and it all rotates around. The calf's got an extra piece of fencing in there. All in all, it's just a breakdown of the modulars. What I really did is basically, this was the hardest part because this was a box, so I had to make sure it all linked up and basically was structured together. So I basically had to rebuild parts of it and basically slam in different colours. They actually are secured more by the flats at the top here than by the bricks. The bricks are basically, I just built a wall and shoved it against the other wall, and that seemed to work quite well, and used the flats to basically really give some rigidity strength. And if you know anything about modulars, they have a holes, and I'll show you on this one here, because it's here. That hole there where you see the black stud coming out of, it's all basically secured at the base level using those holes. I'm just going to bring it all the way around here. I think you can probably see one just, maybe, let's see if we can do it. Yeah, you can't really see it. Just behind the toy there, there's actually, there it is, this section here, this set here, is basically studded, so it's all, let's see if I can do this, it's quite brave if I can. It's all basically using those connectors to basically hold it together and get some rigidity at that level too. And that basically is how we do it. This is one of my favourite parts of the Toystore kit, by the way. I'm going to quickly show you this. I love that. That's a nice little piece of mechanical stuff going on. And that's actually a neat variation to go onto your Legos, onto the Toystore here. But I'm not calling it the Toystore, I'm going to call this the model store. Because there's like models in here. Sell some Lego kits, but it's going to be like a model store. And when we finally get around to finishing off the toy store, which is actually a Toys R Us place, we will basically you know, call that the toy store, obviously. Kind of feel like I rambled there for a little bit. But as you see, we just used all the bits, and I mean all the flat bits we could find, and all the bricks, more or less all the bricks from the townhomes hail builds for this, that creator set, and put it all together. Like I said, the hardest part was the calf. But that was just basically a big box, and I think you can see it clearly here. That line there, they're not interconnected properly. They're not basically built together. They're not basically built together in the traditional sense of interlocking the bricks. But you can see at this level where the locking takes place, and a little bit down here too. You have to basically improvise a little bit and also compromise to make some of the pieces work. I kind of like what I've done here. I'm certainly not going to go back to revisit it anytime soon. And I think this is going to be a pretty good addition to the Legoville town. So there we have it. I'm going to put this back together again so you can have a quick rotation of it. But I'm very happy with it. Price rise, I spent $60 middle last year to get the initial townhome pet shop kit, creator kit, and that was over 6 months ago. I spent another $70 this time around at Target because I managed to price match them with Walmart on this to basically get the second townhome kit, and the price of this piece here, this bit here, basically the model shop, which I'm calling it, which is actually Lego Kit Townhome Toy Store, was only $40, which we're going to get a secondary one of these because there's a secondary build on this which we want to get as well, which is like the florist store, and we can make a nice little city block. That being said, I'm going to put this back together again, and we have another quick rotation, and next time I'll probably be doing a video, you'll be seeing this in the city, and how I've basically may change the look of the city, putting it in there. Okay, see you in a minute, bye bye. Hey everybody, this is a final look at it. I'm doing a quick rotation here. I'll give myself an easy Susan or something to make this really work. I'm going to do a slightly different angle so you can see a bit more pieces going on. So you can see identify the various elements. That's the cafe, open air place, pet store. The really cool townhouse block. I really like this bit. It's very like the modern architecture of it. I'm going to bring it around, rotate it a bit more. That's the back end of the calf. You can see two different type of blues with a line, because like these all were butted up against each other. Just give a quick example here. I'll just pull the roof off here. There's no back there's no back to this. Just a little bit of detailing on one. No back to this. Just a little detailing on one side to basically cover another gap up. So there's nothing to do about the toy store here. It's not been heavily modified for this. Just basically jammed onto the end of the modular. I'm going to bring it all the way around there, and that is the entire block. So there we go. Next video you're probably going to see is this integrated into the city. Probably some of the changes that will happen because this is going into the city. We're going to get some minifigs going in here too. All in all, this was a lot of fun to build. It took me about 4 or 5 hours to figure out how to get everything put together. Turn the AC units is actually straight there. And that basically was kind of nice. Used probably a handful of bricks from my brick stash, and that's how we got it. That's how we got it made. You could do this with basically the pieces you get in the modular. With absolutely no problem whatsoever. I just had the luxury of actually collecting some pieces I can actually fill some gaps in. And it came together nicely. I think this is going to be a great addition in the city. Going to be getting another toy store, as I mentioned. So we can do one of the alternative builds, which looks really nice. And I look forward to having that in there too. And there we go, there we have it. I want to thank you for hanging with me here. This is one of the longest videos I've actually ever done for the Legoville channel. But I think it's all worth getting to the end. And I hopefully you've found some inspiration from what I have done here. So this is Nick Davis from Legoville, the old tube, saying thank you for tuning in, and we will be seeing you again sometime. So keep on building, guys. Bye bye bye.